Hello there everybody and welcome back. Now today I just want to instantly get into things, and I think that in this particular case, to begin things, I first have to just clarify something. This is more of a theoretical scenario. It's not necessarily an actual theory on my end. Again, it's more of just a theoretical, interesting discussion that I have come up with. This isn't something that I want to, label as a theory, get your guys' hopes up, and act like I think this is all going to be happening, because honestly, I would be literally unhinged and just absolutely crazy if I was to come out here and say that, yeah, I think this is going to be happening next year for Ninjago or at some point beyond. But again, this is just something that I have taken from some of the brand new Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2 leaks, and is something that I have just kind of come up with in my mind. Again, I'm not trying to act like this is a theory, so before all of the angry comments flood in, there we go, I have said it. But today I want to talk about something that, again, is coming directly from some of the new leaks we have had for Season 2 of Dragons Rising, or just DR for short. And it's going to be up on screen now, and as you can see, it is a book cover. Now, if you guys have been keeping up to date with Ninjago leaks news here on my channel, then you are probably quite familiar with this particular book cover, as I made a whole separate video kind of discussing this and many other small bits of information we got from some of the new book leaks a few days ago, which, shameless plug, if you guys do want to go and check that video out, the link will be at the end of today's video, so yeah, go and watch that. But for the sake of today's video, let's just go over it again. So it is going to be called Mysteries of the Merged World, and it's going to be coming with a Lloyd Master minifigure, but that's not really the important part of today's video. What I really want to take a look at today is that one picture of Lloyd, where he is looking pretty menacing. Menacing to the point of being evil, potentially, in the next season. Well, if we're being completely realistic, probably not. But what if, for a moment, this was actually legitimately going to be happening in either the next Ninjago season, so Season 2, or Season 3, or just some point beyond that? What if the power of being a master towards Aaron, Sora, even people like Wildfire to an extent, what if all of that power and responsibility completely went to his head and he turned evil? Now, I know, a lot of people would definitely not like this, and if we're being realistic, I wouldn't like this as well, because it would be a pretty big out-of-character moment for Lloyd. But at the same time, again, as I keep constantly reiterating, in more of a theoretical scenario, in a way, this would actually be extremely interesting and also shocking to see to an extent. I'm essentially pointing towards an actual evil Lloyd scenario / season. And I know that we've sort of gotten a glimpse towards evil Lloyd in seasons like Season 5, of course, but that doesn't necessarily count, as he was, of course, just straight up being possessed. He wasn't in control of his own body. Apart from that, we have seen Lloyd kind of go evil as a result of the Forbidden Scroll of Spinjitzu. The Scroll of Forbidden Spinjitzu, sorry, I mean to say, got things a bit out of order there. So we've kind of seen this, but in this particular theoretical scenario, I'm talking a full-on evil Lloyd season. Just imagine a season where the ninja, Aaron, Sora as well, all have to go against Lloyd. I think that would be a fairly even match to an extent, just considering Lloyd's powers are more or less like a combination of all of the other main elements. So it'd be very, very interesting to see, and I think that this would also provide some extremely good character work for characters like Aaron and Sora, considering they are the only characters that are, again, under the direct influence of Master Lloyd. They have the deepest relationship with him when it comes to learning to be a ninja, more so than the original four. I think it would be really interesting to see what they actually go through as they are put up against their own master, somebody that they looked up to previously. I think it would make for a pretty heartbreaking moment for both of those two overall, and I think that both Aaron and Sora would also receive, again, some really fantastic arcs and some great character work overall. It would also be really interesting to see how far gone Lloyd would go in this kind of scenario where, again, the power just goes to his head and he turns evil. Would there be a hint of remorse left in him, or would he just be completely crazy, completely evil, fueled by power, essentially? I think it would be really, really awesome. We also know that Garmadon's going to be coming back, so what would his role be? It would be kind of like an opposite scenario where Garmadon is actually fighting to get Lloyd to turn good and, return to the light side again. So Garmadon would be facing with the ninja, and they would all be going against Lloyd. Again, there are just so many different possibilities here, and again, although realistically this would ruin a lot of Lloyd's current character work, I think that it would still make for an extremely interesting season. And his literal face that looks slightly menacing on the front of this book cover all of that I've just said comes directly from, again, his face on this book cover. It's kind of crazy what I can come up with sometimes. Kind of happy with this one overall. Thought it would be a really, really fun scenario video to make here today. Again, for the last time, I'm not acting like this will be happening, not trying to theorize and say that it will be happening in any way or that there's any possibility. I just thought it would be fun to take a look at this particular potential scenario with all of you. But with all of this being said, guys, that is going to conclude things here. So hopefully you did all end up enjoying this one. Now that I'm finished, I do absolutely encourage all of you to leave any of your own thoughts on this down below in the comment section. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding all of this. As usual though, if you did enjoy this one here, please do go ahead and leave a like on it, subscribe to my channel for more, and while you guys are down there, be sure to also click that notification bell so that you can keep up to date on all of my new content as soon as I do post it. And with all of this being said, I will be sure to catch you all soon for a new one, so see you all soon, and goodbye, everybody.